right, testing 1, 2, 3. We are live. How's it going, everybody? My name is Andrew, and this is Rocket Future. We are not on the southern tip of South Padre Island like we usually are. We're actually a little bit, just a couple miles away from where we usually watch from at a new viewing location for today. We're just changing things up a little bit, and we're going to enjoy the launch with some friends here today. And this is going to be a fun one. So status update: full main camera. As you can see, I'm a little bit crooked. I'll fix that. But we have a great view of the rocket here today, and we see all of that venting coming from the launch tower on the right-hand side. What that means is they've begun to chill down the lines that will actually go up and start fueling the ship. So once we see that venting stop, that is a good indication that they're going to start fueling the upper stage of this rocket. So we're well within the countdown at this moment. And we did hear about 10-15 minutes ago that SpaceX is go for prop load. So everything is go towards launch here today in just under 50 minutes. It's possible they could end up adjusting further into the window, but the window does open at 5:30 Central Time. So here we are in our split view. So we'll have a great view of the rocket and my commentary camera. And when we go for launch, we're gonna have this Triforce, what I like to call the Triforce view, full video of the camera of the rocket, as well as my commentary camera. And on the top right, we will have the SpaceX official stream, just in case we don't get the views that you want. So we're doing good here. Welcome in, Dave Roberts. Always good to see you. Happy to see you here. How are you, Andrew? I'm doing well. It was a little bit of a rush to get everything set up right now. I'm hoping that I have everything plugged in and charging, but it looks like we are. So hopefully we're good. I did zero cable management here today, so it's a little bit of a rat's nest next to me, but that's okay, as long as nothing gets unplugged while we're tracking this rocket. But I think we're good. It's also pretty windy, as you may be able to see in here. It is something that SpaceX is tracking. However, at the moment, they say go for prop load, so that means that they're confident that there's a chance that they can launch today, even with the current wind conditions. I'm sure they'll do a final go no go, determine if the wind conditions are right, and send the thing. We don't know what the constraints are for this rocket for wind, but hopefully we won't find that out today. But I think it can probably handle more than we think, and I think they're going to want to test it to its highest capabilities without causing a safety concern. So, that being said, we're live, we're happy, we got a rocket that's about to be fueled. I have a couple more things to do to finish getting set up for launch. I'm going to leave you with some beautiful views of this rocket. I'm going to level out that camera a little bit, and we're going to go from there. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you send this out to your family, your friends, anybody who would be interested in seeing the Starship go off today. It's a really important mission. It's the world's largest, most powerful rocket of all time. And there's some really important things that Starship will be able to do when it's fully operational. So send it out and help the space community grow even further. But like I said, I'm going to get some additional stuff set up here. I'll check back in with you in about 5 minutes. Thanks. All right, I am almost fully set up, so I'll be back on commentary in just a few minutes here. But welcome in Jet07. Way better weather this time, that is for sure. We have crystal clear shot of both the pad and above the pad. I'm not gonna lie, if it does launch today, I do wish there was a couple little clouds in the sky just so we can see them rippling from the sonic boom. But I'm not gonna complain at all. This is way better than Monday, and as long as these winds cooperate, we should be go for launch here today. So yeah, I got just a little bit left to set up on one of these mics, and I'll be back on commentary with you. It is now 4:47, and we're targeting the beginning of the window, as far as I know, at 5:30 Central Time. So hopefully SpaceX will send this thing out in less than an hour from now. So I'll be back with you in just a minute. This is not my finest cable management. Usually I'm well managed, but it's a little bit shorter on the time this time.
That's okay. Let me get on the live real quick.
All right, checking in with everybody. Again, yes, Jetto, thanks for tuning in on Twitch, and everybody, if anybody's watching on Twitch, especially if anybody's tuning in from Knut's community from Friday, thanks for checking back in to see the second attempt of this launch. But everybody else that's tuned in on Facebook and everything else, much appreciated. So we're all set up now. I have to wait for one more machine to boot up. I got to click a couple buttons, but otherwise we're go for this thing. Let me adjust our primary camera a little bit here. I gotta keep an eye on this. It's a little windy, so things keep getting bumped. Aiden C says launch. Teleslinga says hello. I'm a Knuter. Keck W. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch. We wish Knut could have made it back down here with us to watch this second launch attempt today, but I think he's doing a stream with Extra Emily right now, so hopefully they're having a good stream. But they were super pumped up about the experience of coming down and seeing Starbase, so hopefully they'll make it back down. Jeanette seemed even more excited than Knut, so I'm sure they'll make it back down for the next launch attempt, or one of the future launch attempts, which will be great. This will be great. Speaking of which, I think some people on the Twitch side yesterday gave some bits and supported the channels, and I don't think I could see that in my little restream display here. So if anybody was tuning in from Twitch who supported the channel on Monday, I very much appreciate the bits and the donos and everything. But that's not the only way to support. If you want to like, subscribe, and do all those things on whatever platform you're watching, it really helps us. It goes a long way. So as you can tell, talking a mile a minute, just catching up on everything since we had such a mad rush to get everything set up here. But so far, so good. Things are looking good. Mike Gibbons on YouTube says, let's go. Yeah, let's go indeed. Let's get this thing off the ground. I'm ready for it. Too many setups and breakdowns for a stream. So I'm ready for this thing to get off the ground. So this is my primary cam right here. This is what you're seeing on the left-hand side of the screen. We'll be tracking the rocket all the way up and back down. So about 7 minutes after Starship launches today, we shall hopefully see the booster return to the pad, and we'll get great views of that as well. So I'm pretty sure we're live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure we're live on X, but I'm not 100% sure. I checked the X account a few minutes ago to see if it looked like we were live, and I wasn't quite sure if we were actually live or not. I don't think I have time to actually troubleshoot that here, but hopefully we're live on X. If you're watching on X, we appreciate you too, just as much. Zoom out full. Setting up one of our mics here from the Space Junkie community. Oh, and it looks not exactly right. Oh. That's why. Mic in. Sound. All right. Jimatech, if you're watching, let me know. I think we're all set up. I will say the frequency analyzer looks a little weird. From 0 to 25 kilohertz, it looks pretty normal, but then it drops down and flattens out. So I'll just double check and make sure that everything's configured right, and I'll move the mic a little bit further away, and it could just be from the wind. I'm not sure, but if you're here, let me know, and if you have any advice for that. Jimatech is in chat. Shout out to Jimatech and anybody else in the Space Junkie community. I'm going to probably start hitting record pretty soon, but I just wanted to take a second to run that by you. I'll send you a picture, Jimatech. My dad says it looks like we're live on X. Thank you. Thanks for checking for us. I think maybe it's just I'm just not used to seeing the wind, Jimatech. I don't know if that's it. So I'm going to send you a picture right now. It's going to be hard to see, but I think you might be able to see it. Audition is set to 44 kilohertz. And yeah. See, launch brain starts. So we're going to go to edit. We're going to go to preferences, audio hardware. Line looks good. Master clock line in. Sample rate we are going to correct. All right, now we have a better sample rate and it looks way better. Thank you, Jimatech. All right, so that looks golden. I'm going to open up Audition and get it recording. And by Audition, I meant Audacity. L Current is here. Says, hey, also from Knut. I'm so stoked that some of you are tuning in from Knut's community, or community, as I should say. You guys are the best. I'm really, really happy to see y'all come back and see the progress towards an actual launch attempt here today. So thank you for tuning back in. You guys rock. We had so much fun on Monday. We really, really did. It was great. It was a highlight for sure. All right, Jimatech, I confirm that Audition looked good once I switched everything. And I've closed that now. And I've opened Audacity, clicked record, and looks like we are golden. So I'll do an audio test on the left mic. I'll just do some snaps, and then at the end we'll shut it off. All right, 3 snaps on the left mic. Oh, camera. Yeah, Telesinga. It is pretty windy, so we're just gonna hope they go with it. We don't know what the tolerances are for successful go for launch for this vehicle for wind. We've never had a scrub for wind, so we don't know what that upper level is that that they'll actually launch during. But earlier they said weather was looking good, but they are watching wind. And I got some folks that are tuned into the official SpaceX stream, so we'll get some official updates as possible. All right, I'm also recording on my main camera, so that will no longer shut off. Let's check our Triforce here. We do have to update our top right screen. Let's do that now. I got some feedback from our Monday stream. Somebody let me know that they want to see the whole stream setup. If anybody was watching Knut's stream on Monday, you probably saw my setup a little bit more. But today, you're just seeing all of the cameras facing this way and facing me, and none that show the whole setup. So next stream, I'll give you a tour of the whole setup. Got a helicopter coming in above us. SpaceX stream is live. All right. Good sign that the SpaceX stream is starting up. Should be a good indication that they're still moving forward towards launch. If you actually look at the left-hand side of the screen and look at their rocket, I'm pretty sure we are starting to see some frost lines growing, which indicates that they are already into fueling this vehicle for launch. They are using liquid methane and liquid oxygen, for the Starship vehicle. And the loading of those two fuels are already underway, and that is a great, great sign. It is currently 5:01 Central Time. We are under a half hour until the opening of the launch window. So let's hope that we see this thing launch in less than a half hour here. Welcome in, everybody. I will do some final adjustments to our primary camera. So it's going to shake for a minute here. Don't mind the shaking of this camera. I'm just going to get it set for launch. FSlayer90 is here from Twitch. They are going to launch now. Guys, I am pumped that we got some viewers here on Twitch today. I stream these to Twitch all the time, and I haven't really had any viewership on Twitch. Now we do, and I'm psyched. Thank you for tuning in from Twitch. No worry, FSlayer, about the caps. It's all good. All right, I think we got a better angle now. Eagle Eye from Knut is here. Thank you from tuning in. You guys rock. Huge shout out to Knut and Jeanette and the entire Knut community. If y'all have any questions about the Starship program, we can talk about it. Just let me know what kind of questions you got in chat. But as you can see here, oh, I see what's going on with my scenes. I do have to make one adjustment. I know you can see all me moving all these scenes around, but that's all right. Make sure it's good for launch. All right, much better. So let's just go through everything. Our full rocket cam, our full commentary cam, our split screen for commentary and for primary launch cam, and we have our actual launch scene. So if you look at the top right, that is SpaceX's official stream. So it's showing that we are 26 minutes from T-0. So we're under about 26 minutes from launch here. If you can see all those vapors, those clouds looking at the bottom of the rocket, that is just all the gases that are being loaded into the vehicle, interacting with the atmosphere around it. These are cryogenic fuels. The way that it interacts with the humid, warmer area around it is in the way of those clouds. So that's what you're seeing there. You're going to see plenty of venting from the vehicle and everything as well. All of that is nominal. Milo Man says, love the dedication and professional setup. Keep up the awesome work. Appreciate you very much, Milo Man. Thank you so much. El Current says, did they improve the Raptors even more this launch compared to the previous one? I don't think that there's been much updates on the actual Raptor engines. So what El Current is actually asking is the actual engines at the bottom of these vehicles that actually propel the vehicle up. Have they made progress or any forward progress on these vehicles, on these engines since the last launch? I don't technically think they're working on the Raptor 2 engines anymore. The ones installed on this vehicle is called a Raptor 2. They are developing the Raptor 3 engine at their other facility in Texas called McGregor. And I believe any forward progress that we're going to see on the Raptor engines are going to be done on Raptor 3. So I think there's probably not a lot of changes on 2. I don't know that for sure, but I'm thinking there's not a lot of changes on Raptor 2 right now. All right, y'all, if anybody is having a drink with us here today, cheers to you. Thanks for joining. Today is kind of a special launch day. We're hanging out with some friends that we really haven't hung out with before on launch day. They've just been asking us to come and join them for launch, and it's really exciting to actually join them for launch here today. So at some point, I'll see if our friend wants to come down and chat. Not a sponsor, but if you guys ever find Starbase Brewing at wherever you buy your local beer, this one's called Lucky Launch Day Lager. It's a tradition down here to drink these before launch. So cheers. Starbase Brewing, amazing stuff. Where's Will at? Okay. If there's anybody like dropping bits or anything in Twitch and I'm not seeing them, let me know in chat. I want to make sure that I'm thanking everybody. But I don't know if I can actually see the bits donating and all that stuff in my chat that I have set up right now. That's something that I got to check. After launch, my brain is just fully consumed by getting this launch off the ground. My dad is asking if I'm at Rocket Ranch. I am not at Rocket Ranch currently. I am near. Oh, we have a super chat from Flaming Grasshoppers. I know exactly who you are. Flaming Grasshopper, good to see you. Hopefully all is well. They say, hi, Andrew, Hank and Amy in Tahoe here. Good to see you on the beach there again. We'll see you for a live launch again soon, hopefully. I can't wait for you guys to come back down and watch another launch. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support as well. But yeah, Dad, not at Rocket Ranch today. We're at our friend's place, kind of near Port Isabel. 22 minutes to launch. We are 22 minutes until this thing gets off the ground. F Slayer says, I'm from Knut here as well. I really want to see it. Same here, man. I'm ready to see this thing go. Another helicopter right in front of us here. We'll go back to the scene until we're a little closer to launch. F. Sayer says the view looks way better today. Indeed, we got a clear sky, we got a clear view of the pad. We can even see those frost lines continue to grow. Those white strips on the outside of the stainless steel vehicle, that's where the fuel level actually is. So we can visually see how much fuel they're loading into the vehicle, which is so cool. We are 37 minutes into our broadcast. Our Starlink is looking good. We have a little bit of dropped frames, but I think so far things are going well here. I'm not going to fiddle too much with cameras right now, but maybe after launch. But we got a great view of South Padre Island from here as well. It's just looking great. I am at a different place today, F Slayer. Yep. So the view from where I usually watch from is usually just as good. But it was just the viewing conditions on Monday that weren't so good. But yep, we are at another location here. I do want to test one quick thing. Okay, that's good. So we are on manual focus, auto shutter, that's fine. Color temperature looks decent, but I think everything is pretty good. I think everything is looking pretty good. Is the mic on? No, the mic's still on. I can't see the actual light on the mic to indicate that it's on. Are you closer to the place now, or is it just very zoomed? We are about the same distance. So I'll zoom out a little bit, and I'll show you what it kind of looks like in real life, and then I'll show you zoomed all the way out. I would say the rocket looks like... The rocket kind of looks like that in real life. But it looks way further when I zoom all the way out. So... that's what it looks like zoomed all the way out, but that is not what it looks like in real life. Like I said, probably this is about what it looks like in real life. And then zoomed all the way in. This is the 8th launch of Starship. It will be the 3rd catch if they go for a booster catch today. It'll be the 4th attempt of, well, I was going to say it's the 4th attempt of a catch, but that's not necessarily true. On flight 6, they decided not to bring the booster back at all. Some of the data didn't look right. There was some communication issues with the tower and booster, so they didn't even try to land the booster. But if they do go for the attempt today, it'll be their 3rd attempt, and if they catch it, it'll be the 3rd catch. Eagle Eye 24 is asking what camera this is. This is a Panasonic X1500. Again, this is the world's largest, most powerful rocket of all time. It is designed to be fully reusable. The thing to compare that to is if you were to fly somewhere in an airplane and then you had to throw the plane out at the end of the flight, nobody could afford to fly. We couldn't do anything that we're doing with flights today. So this is going to dramatically, if this succeeds, it's going to dramatically reduce the cost of launch. It's going to reduce the cost of deploying things like weather satellites into orbit that keep us safe here on Earth, get better notifications of major storms ahead of time. Communication satellites like Starlink, we're going to help. It'll help us deploy more of those and help everywhere in the world get access to internet. It can be used for so many things. It'll eventually be used to bring humans back to the moon and to Mars for the first time. And it's a really, really important program. And a lot of people that live down here on Earth don't recognize exactly how important it is. And I understand that. So that's why I do this and provide an opportunity for people to ask questions, because this is such an important program that I think everybody should be excited about. And I just want to help educate people to why they should be excited about it. And I try to be realistic about any downsides too. So if you have any questions that are about the science of the vehicle and everything like that, please let me know. L Current says, sorry if you already answered, but I did not get why they canceled last time. Something about fuel valves. Yeah, we didn't get a full answer yet. I'm sure we will. But there was a few different issues. There was some sensor issues with the ship. There was some sensor issues with the booster. But also the way that they start the engines on the booster, they actually have to spin start them with some ground support equipment. So stuff that's actually built into the ground support and not the rocket itself. And it sounded like there was a problem with those. So if they couldn't start those engines right, there was a few different issues. And I'm not sure exactly what was the final nail in the coffin for Monday. But F Slayer says, how high is the rocket going to go in the sky, and will we be able to see it other place in the world? Can you explain a little what is going to happen? Absolutely. That's a great question, F Slayer. Thank you so much. So the rocket is in two pieces. The whole thing is going to arise into the sky. It's going to lift into the sky, and we'll actually see the separation of the two vehicles. At that point, the front stage, the second stage, is going to continue way out of our view and go all the way to, hopefully, the coast of Australia, where it will softly land in the ocean. It'll do some other objectives on the way, but that is the plan. However, just 7 minutes after launch, we hope to see the first stage, the booster, start coming back to the launch site. And if that happens, we'll actually see that tower catch that booster, the big bottom piece. We'll see it get caught by that tower. So we get to see a lot of it. It'll be hard to track for a couple minutes, but we'll see a great view of launch. We'll see a great view of the catch, and we'll see some of that in-between stuff as well. So don't go anywhere as soon as it launches. Milo Man says, did you watch NASA earlier today, and do you know why they did not have any live cameras? Also, the pictures they showed look really fake and bad. I think you're talking about the IM landing, the something machines. Why is my brain failing me? But yeah, I watched that. Yeah, the landing didn't really go the way they wanted to. But I can talk more about that, but my brain is so fully consumed by this right now, I don't even know how to describe what happened there and the cameras and everything. But yeah, I agree. On that note, it is 5:15. We are 15 minutes from the opening of this launch window. So I'll try to get an update here in a couple minutes to see if SpaceX is still targeting the beginning of the window. Actually, I can do that right now. Yes, at this moment, they are still targeting the beginning of the launch window. So T-minus 15 minutes or less. Right about now is where I start to get really antsy for this thing. We go into what I call warp zone. The 15 minutes before launch is crazy. It just gets, the adrenaline gets going, and time starts to shift. It's really weird, but it's just because I'm super stoked for this, and I hope y'all are too. Quick side note while we're waiting for countdown, you can see on the corner of the screen on the right hand side, that is a second tower. That is a second launch and catch tower that SpaceX is going to use for future launches. So stuff is really ramping up here down at Starbase. So that's exciting stuff. Thank you, Milo. Appreciate that. Rob Moon is tuning in from the Philippines. Rob, good to see you. Always happy to see you when you pop into chat. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you come down here and see another launch again soon. Actually, wait, you've never seen a launch here. You've only been here outside of launches, haven't you? So I hope you make it for a launch here soon, Rob. Hope all is well. If you're watching on any of the platforms and you hear me answering questions that you don't see in the chat, that's because we're streaming to multiple platforms. We're getting great support from Twitch today. I really appreciate you, Twitch community, and YouTube as well. You guys are great. People are not there at launch place. They probably have control tower far away. Yeah, SpaceX has a launch control tower or a launch control building that they run the operations out of, a lot closer to the pad than we're at. It's not super. Actually, I don't know how many miles the building is from the pad. It's actually not that close. But yeah, they're on the other side of the channel. Ted is in chat. Ted, good to see you tuned in from the road. Ted, you're here in spirit. We wish you were here in your physical form, but no biggie. I know that we'll have you down for a launch soon. And actually, I know I'm going to see you soon. So less than 12 minutes. T-minus 12 minutes, guys. If you're tuned in to the launch stream on Monday, you may know that we got all the way down to the 40-second mark, 40 seconds from launch, and then unfortunately they did go into a hold to address some issues on both the ship and the booster. And so today, I want to set your expectations now. If we get to T-minus 40 seconds and they hold, we don't have to think that that's going to be as bad as Monday. So don't lose hope if we go into a hold at T-minus 40 seconds. I think 2 or 3 of the launch windows for Starship, they've stopped at T-minus 40, cleared whatever they were stopped for, and launched seconds later. So keep the hopes up even if we see a hold at T-minus 40 seconds. Right now, I'm not listening into the SpaceX stream, but they're continuing the countdown, which indicates everything should be go for launch right now. They'll probably do a final check of the range, make sure that there's no vehicles like boats in the water or anything in the dangerous areas. They'll final check on weather potentially, and then they'll send this thing out. My dad is asking any speculation as to when the first crewed launch might happen. Not for a long time, but hopefully they'll start ramping up the launch cadence here. But I think originally it was quoted that they want to try to get 100 launches or more out before they start putting crew on it. But there's no interior design built into any of these real Starships yet. None of the life support systems. I'm sure they're developing all these things in parallel. But yeah, it's gonna be, at least multiple years. I don't even know where to guess, but it's going to be multiple years for sure. Warp mode, I like to call it. Yeah.
Sorry, I've got a camera that will track.
I'll track it manually. Yep. What'd you say? Well,
Sorry if this is too loud.
dude, don't apologize for anything. You're golden. You're golden, dude. And if you want to say anything on stream, come on down. Before launch, after launch, whatever you want. It's totally up to you. Do you mind introducing yourself and what your background is for our newbies? Is this your career or a hobby? Thanks. Eagle Eye, you're hitting it with the questions today. Absolutely. My name is Andrew, and this is my channel, Rocket Future. So I used to live in Massachusetts. I grew up being kind of a tech geek and went to school for tech stuff. I do have a full-time job in the tech industry as well, still to this day. But about 3 years ago, during the end of the pandemic, I decided when my company went full remote that I was kind of sick of working from home every day in Massachusetts, and that I was so dang psyched about this program that I decided to move down here to South Texas. And since then, I've just been working with the channel and doing my full-time job in parallel, and trying to build this up as much as possible. You could say it would be a dream to go full-time with this, but it's so hard to do that, and I am happy the way it is right now, even if it's not full-time. Just building a community really is all I wanted, and we're making headway towards that. And honestly, one of the best days in this whole journey was Monday, when Knut came down, and the Knut community, you Clats, have been pulled in, and I'm just a really happy guy right now. So that's a little bit about my background. So it's a hobby. I do have a little bit of monetization from it, but it's not enough to cover the costs for what I'm spending on it. But again, I'm happy. We are T-minus 7 minutes and 40 seconds from launch here. It's counting down the time here. We have OBS recording, we have camera recording, we have mic recording. We are golden. Power, power, power. Now, one thing I'm curious about, guys. Usually, we're on hard cement, but now we are on kind of like a pier system here, and it's not solid cement. So when the sound of the rocket hits, I think we might get a little bit of shaking. I don't know if the camera's going to shake, but it's going to be interesting, and it'll be a new experience for me too. So I'm excited for that. I'm worried about one of our cameras, but I think it'll be okay. Eagle Eye says, thanks, Andrew. Very interesting, and congrats. We appreciate you. Is it the same amount of people watching today? I'm going to be honest. I don't even usually look at our viewer count. I usually just interact with chat and go off of that. But right now, the chat is great. This is a really, really good. It's perfect when I can keep up with chat and have an active conversation with chat, and not have a lot of dead air, and not have so much chat that I can't read. So this is great. Dirty Dave says, hello from Knut chat. Excited to see this time take off this time. You're awesome on Monday. Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We are under 5 minutes, or around 5 minutes. There's a little bit of a stream delay. I say 5 minutes and 48 seconds on the SpaceX stream, but we'll actually be a little quicker than that. Mike L0211 is here. I'm here. Hope launch is a success. Thanks for streaming this. Thank you, Mike. Are you from Knut's community as well? You guys are showing up in numbers. This is great. Knut was bragging about his community and how strong and tight of a community it is, and I can see that's true. My dad says you've done a great job and great growth on an Andy. Awesome job. Keep moving forward to infinity and beyond. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate that. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. F Slayer says, happy I followed you. Now I'll be able to see every launch in the future, I hope. Come right back here, and we'll be here for you, F Slayer. Cosmo Catton in chat. My dad, proud of you. All of you accomplished. Thank you. Cool. Thank you, Mike. 5:25 Central Time. We are approaching launch here very rapidly. Starship is pretty much ready to go. As you can see, those white strips on the outside of the vehicle have grown, indicating that the fuel level is getting higher and higher on the vehicle. At this point, they got to be pretty dang close to full. And we got really great view here today. As you can see in the top, right above me, the SpaceX stream is getting hype. We're all getting hype here. We're all excited. This guy that you see above me on the SpaceX stream actually started as a Starbase channel streamer, and now he's working at SpaceX. Chris, we're proud of you, bud. Roy Martin is watching from Knut's community as well. It was fun having you go on stream, even though it didn't go to plan last time. You know, it's okay. I think Knut and Jeanette will come back down for another launch. But actually, I really enjoyed being able to show them around Starbase, and we wouldn't have been able to do that if it launched. So, you know, we made the best out of it, and I think it was great. Yeah, right? Isn't that awesome for Chris? UTSA Jennifer is here from Knut too. Guys, you're making me happy. You're making me happy here. I am so stoked. I wish I could tell you guys how stoked I was that you guys are hanging out with me here today and watching this thing happen. 3 minutes to launch, guys. 3 minutes. El Currents' Starbase tour was great. Surprised how close you could go, right? Dirty says we're a wholesome community, unlike most. I know, you guys are great. All right, there's a big vent from the tower, which means that the ship is fully fueled. The ship is fully fueled. Two minutes, folks, 2 minutes, a little bit more than 2. All right, I am going to put the microphone down, and I'm going to lower the volume a lot because this rocket is going to actually just destroy the sound if I don't. So commentary is going to kind of pause while we see this thing launch, and I'll be back after launch and maybe before catch. We'll see. Mike says tell Knut to get in here. He's streaming with Extra Emily. Tell them both to get in here. All right, let me put the mic down. I got to find a good place for it. Should be right around 1 minute. The blood is pumping. All right, keep your eyes peeled. We're in that moment that it could go any second. Wait till you hear the sound of this thing. Let's go, chat. We got about 7 minutes before it comes back if they go for the booster catch. I'm going to put the mic back down, and I'm going to try to track this the whole way. All right. Yeah. Woo. How is that, chat? Have you guys seen anything like that on Twitch before? We got a lot of support in chat. Oh, hot stage ring from Sonic. Give those people a freaking medal. I know, right? Woo. All right. So that is pretty much as we're going to see with our own eyes here. We're going to keep a close eye on this booster on the pad just to make sure nothing funny happens. But on the top of the screen, Starship, that upper stage, is still going to space. It has a long mission ahead of it. Well, not that long. It has a couple hours of a mission ahead of itself. And we got to see it do its thing. Hopefully, it will release some Starlink simulators. Hopefully, it'll do a reentry burn simulation. Excuse me. And hopefully, it'll successfully come down into... Oh, no. Hopefully, that's okay. It looks like it's kind of tumbling a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Starship's tumbling. Oh, no. Starship's tumbling. Is it? Yep. Guys, it's not looking good for Starship. Ah, that is a bummer. All right, well, huge win as far as the booster coming back, but they're having trouble with the upper stage. They're probably gonna terminate it. They're probably gonna use FTS here shortly, and we're gonna see some more videos of Starship exploding probably. So that is a big downside. That's gonna be two missions with a pretty big setback. So that hurts. As a Starship fan, that hurts. But what an amazing view today. We know that they have the expertise to figure out what happened last launch, to figure out what is happening right now. They're going to learn a lot from this mission, and they're going to keep pushing this thing until they can't push it. But I still have every bit of hope for this program. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be a completely success today. But we saw that booster come back. If they can do that, they can do freaking anything. So that's all right. That's all right. 07 to Starship. Wow. F's in chat for Starship. Wow. Okay, that was sick. We're going to still hang for a few. We're going to hang for a bit. We're going to see if anybody wants to chat with us. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to put those in the chat now. I hope you all enjoyed that. I really do. That was amazing for me. Raising the volume a little bit more. So if you turned your volume up, you might want to turn it down. Test, 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 test. All right, that should be good. How did it sound and feel from the new location? Just about the same, maybe a little quieter, I think. Do you ever collect tiles on the beach? I have. I found some tiles on the beach before. That's a question from Big Zeusy. I have found heat shield tiles before on the beach. Guys, I'm conflicted pretty hard right now. I'm, in general, very, very happy, very, very excited that we saw that launch, and I'm so happy that I got to see that, or got to share that with y'all. But Starship really's got to start performing better. The upper stage, they really got to nail a good mission in. This is tough that they've had two step backs in a row. So that's what I'm feeling right now. But again, we're stoked. You got a couple shuttle ones. Have to get a Starship one sometime. Absolutely, Big Zeusy, come on down and we can make that happen. Not a full one though. They're hard to find. You might get lucky. W Starship catch. L Starship death. Wobble. Absolutely. Absolutely. Come on, SpaceX. We need you to nail the next one. Big Zeusy is in Austin. We'll make the drive down. Yeah, Big Zeusy, come on down. It's about, what, 6-hour drive? What happens with the Starship now? Crash landing, I assume? Yeah, they'll probably explode it on purpose. Low Effler says failed again. Starship did have another failure. Did they have to blow it up? They didn't show that on stream, but they probably will, yes. All those Starlink Sag. So, Big Zeusy, the good news is they are Starlink simulators. They're not the real hardware. So, all right, let's actually bring this back for a second. I was kind of sharing with you my emotions here about how excited I was about the booster, but how sad I was about the ship. And again, 2 setbacks in the last 2 launches of the ship isn't great. But the reality of this, let's always remember that this is still a test program. This is not a fully developed vehicle. They are doing rapid and iterative development on this Starship. Failing with the Starship today does not mean that customer payloads were lost. There was nobody on it. They always know that this is a possibility during the test phase of this vehicle. This isn't like a lot of rocket companies where they launch a fully built, a fully produced vehicle and expect it to work the first time. Did we expect this to work today? Yes. Did SpaceX expect this to work today? Yes. Does everybody know that there's a reasonable possibility that Starship was going to fail again today? That also, yes. Those things can be true at the same time, even though it hurts and it sucks to see another step back. That doesn't mean that this is like the end of the world for SpaceX. It's certainly not good, but they will figure out what happened here. They will figure out what happened next launch, and hopefully on the next one they will nail it. Again, if they can do that with the booster, they know what they're doing, and we just got to hope that they nail it in the next one. Restream.io just sent me a notification. Congratulations, you receive 100 messages today with the Restream chat. Thanks, y'all. I've never hit that before. No flames when landing. Vaguely remember it was burning a lot last time. Yeah, it looked like a clean landing for sure. Nightbot reminding us all, don't forget to like, subscribe, chat, and share. All of those things help us so much with reaching out to more folks. Mike Ellis is still a leap forward. Yep, we're still learning every single one of these flights. SpaceX is still learning every one of these flights, no matter what happens. So we'll see. We'll be back for the next one. I'm sure probably within the next 24 hours, we might even hear what the SpaceX hypothesis is for what might have went wrong. We might not, but we might. So I generally keep all of the updates between launches. I keep all those updates coming on my X. So if you want to follow on X, it's at the Rocket Future. So we're always active on X every day. So, man, this is crazy. Let me just chat and see if anybody wants to come chat with us. If not, we'll probably start wrapping things up in a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the Hopper House, which is a local bar here, and celebrate the catch at least. I'm just gonna show you the clouds here above us from the launch. And the moon up at the top there. Looks like SpaceX is entering their stream. Oh man. Save the audio, Andrew. It takes it takes 10 minutes. Okay, I will save it right now. I've hit stop, and I am hitting export audio, and all of the settings are good, and I am hitting export, and it is now going to go through its process of exporting. Thank you for the reminder, Jimatech. Anything you want to say on stream or anything, or are you good? No pressure at all. I'll come talk for a second. We're going to have our friend come down and talk. All right, Will, so exciting, amazing catch. Unfortunately, it looks like Starship didn't have as good of a time. That's kind of the second in a row, so it kind of hurts, but we know that SpaceX got this. We know they're going to learn from it. What are your thoughts on that whole thing?
Well, I mean, it was definitely exciting,
Yep.
and I've been waiting for the flip the entire time, but this is still an amazing consolation prize to be able to watch this thing land. I never thought I'd see anything like it, and the feeling of it is kooky, and yeah, I mean, it's just been amazing.
It has. We want to thank you so much for allowing us to come and hang with you. I'm sure we'll jump off stream here in a little bit. We'll chill a little bit and kind of debrief. Anything you want to, tell people? Anything you want to shout out? Anything?
Yeah, everybody check out Hopper House. I just love going there for food and stuff, and they've been such great to me ever since I got down here. And yeah, and just everybody come out and see a rocket launch. You got to do it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yeah. If any of you come down to the South Padre Island area, Hopper House, not sponsored, but just amazing. That's where the community gathers over here. It's really awesome. But thank you, Will.
Thank you. Yeah.
See ya. Brian Gallagher in chat says, thanks, Andrew. Great coverage. Appreciate you, Brian, as always. My dad says, tell everybody at Hopper House I said hi. I will absolutely do that. Our audio is about 10-15% exported, so we're not going to touch anything on that until it's done exporting. But I think we'll probably start wrapping the stream up. So huge shout out to the Twitch community showing up today and joining me on stream, and I just couldn't say enough about how excited I am that that's happening. So thank you so much. Huge shout out to Knut and Jeanette for not only coming down here Monday and exposing y'all to the excitement. 1 second. Helicopter flying overhead. Oh, I didn't even have that camera on. Huge shout out to Knut and Jeanette for exposing y'all to Starbase and all this stuff and my channel, but also thank them in general for all the inspiration and everything they provided me. Not only them, but other folks that are adjacent to them, some of the OTK members and all that stuff. I wouldn't be doing what I was doing here today if it wasn't for the likes of people like Miz and just the whole group. I couldn't name them all because I would miss them, but I'll name a couple more. SFan, NMP, LOL. These guys are what inspire me to come out and expose people to stuff that's happening via live streaming. So anyway, awesome time today. YouTube, appreciate y'all as well. You guys are great. And yeah, that's it. We'll see you next time. My name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. Convince your other streamers to come down and see this with me, and we'll have a grand old time. See you later. Bye. They're showing the spaceship from Central Florida on some videos. Interesting. I'll take a look. Okay, bye. Thank you, LS. Mike LO211. Next Texas launch, probably 30 to 45, 45 to 50 days maybe.